Good morning, students. So in previous lecture we have studied about the boundary layer separation, means how the boundary layer will get separated, or at the point at which the separation of boundary layer will take place. This okay, so all the terms, means which types of forces will act on this during the boundary layer separation. The first three types of forces: first one is pressure force, viscous force, and third one is inertia force. So in the during this region, means during the region between point A and B, the two types of forces, means pressure force and inertia force, will retard the viscous force. Due to this, there is minimum thickness, but in this case the pressure force will increase, and due to this the thickness in this region will get rapidly increased, and that's why the layer will be separated out. Due to this point, due to this actually condition, dp by dx is greater than 0. But in this in this region, means between point A and B, the dp by dx is less than 0, but the velocity gradient is greater than 0. Here the velocity gradient will be increased from 0 to less than 0. So this is the separation region. Okay, so this circle is nothing but the separation region. Here the boundary layer thickness is drastically increased, and due to this the flow will be separated. Now we will see how to control the separation of boundary layer. So we will see in this lecture the method of controlling separation of boundary layer. There are three methods. First one is acceleration of the fluid in the boundary layer. Second one is suction of the fluid from the boundary layer. Actually there are two basic methods. First one is method of acceleration of the fluid in the boundary layer, and second one is suction of the fluid from the boundary layer. Now first method we will see acceleration of the fluid in the boundary layer. Okay, so actually this method consists of supplying additional energy to the particle. Okay, by supplying the additional energy to the particle of the fluid which are being retarded, those particles which are being retarded supply the additional energy to these particles in the boundary layer. This is achieved by injecting fluid into the region of boundary layer. Means inject the fluid particles in the region of boundary layer from the interior of the body with the help of some suitable devices as shown in figure. Okay, so this is your boundary layer. Actually inject the fluid particles inside the body. Okay, the fluid particles will retard. Here are the fluid particles which will retard the boundary layer fluid particles, and that's why they will get separated. But inject the fluid particle so that these boundary layer fluid particles will get additional energy, and due to this the retardation effect will be minimized. So this is the first method, which is nothing but acceleration of the fluid particles from inside body to the boundary layers. That's why the retardation effect will be minimized. Okay, this is exaggerated form. This is the inside particles which are injected through this body to the boundary layer, so that's why the retardation effect from this, means viscous pressure and inertia forces, will be minimized due to this higher energy particles. Now second one is suction of the fluid from the boundary layer. Okay, suction of the fluid from the boundary layer. Now in this method the slow moving fluid in the boundary layer is removed. Actually there are slow moving fluids at the boundary layer, and these fluids is removed by suction through slots, so that on the downstream of the point of suction a new boundary layer starts developing. Okay, actually these slow moving fluid particles will be sucked through the slots, so that on the downstream of the point of the suction a new boundary layer will start developing, which is above to withstand an adverse pressure gradient, and hence separation is prevented. So this is the second method, suction of the fluid particles through the slots. Suction of which fluid particles which are moving slower. This suction of the fluid particles will prevents the separation of the fluid particles. Now this is the motion of, now next thing is motion of the solid boundary. The formation of the boundary layer is due to the difference between the, actually formation, it is due to the difference between the velocity of the flowing fluid and that of the solid boundary. Okay, as such it is possible to eliminate the formation of the boundary layer by causing the solid boundary to move with the flowing. When the flow takes place around a bend, a pressure gradient is generated and there is tendency of separation of the inner radius of the bend. So this is about the methods of controlling the separation of boundary layer. So there are mainly two methods are used. First one is acceleration of the fluid in the boundary layer. In acceleration of the fluid in the boundary layer, what we will do here, we will supply additional energy to the fluid particles by injecting fluid into the region of the boundary layer from the interior of the body. And second term is, or second method is suction of the fluid from the boundary layer. In this method we will suck the slowly moving particles through the slots, so that the downstream of the point of suction a new boundary layer will start developing, which is able to withstand an adverse pressure gradient, and hence separation is prevented. Okay, so this is about the controlling the separation of the boundary layer. So up to this we have covered the boundary layer separation and the methods to control the boundary layer separation. Now in next lecture we will see some new concepts like drag. We will see some next concepts like drag force on a flat plate due to boundary layer. Means derivation for the drag force on the flat plate due to boundary layer. We will derive this drag force, and then we will see some examples related to the drag force. Okay, actually this derivation is nothing important, but the numerical part is important for the drag force. For your syllabus they have constructed only numericals for the drag force on a flat plate due to the boundary layer. So we will see some examples. First we will see some basic parts of the drag force, then we will see the derivation. After derivation we will get some formulas, and based on these formulas we will see some numericals. Okay, and this will be covered in two lectures actually. First one will be for concepts of the drag force, and second one is for your numerical parts. Okay, so in this way we will cover the 6th unit. Okay, thank you.